I think what made these guys successful is who they are. You know, I mean, it's, yeah, they're super smart, but I mean, these are different animals, if you will. I mean, these people have accomplished so many things in such a short period of time.
This is the Insurance Technology Podcast, where we bring interesting people from across the insurance ecosystem to discuss and debate technology's impact on the industry. Join us each episode for insights and best practices from industry stewards and tomorrow's innovators.
All right. So 2022, we've brought 7 new interviews and a couple takeovers with Mike and Alan. In 2021, when we started this, it was more of the people that you had relationships with, had worked with, partnered with in the industry. So you kind of knew their backgrounds. And I think this year we focused more on, you know, the younger startup insurtech interviews. So you were just getting to know them as well.
Yeah, very true. I mean, in the past, like the other past guests I've known for many years. And so it was really, I wanted their story to get out because I knew their story, right? And because I've known them. But these guys, I just knew they were cool and they're doing cool things. And like their stories were just unbelievable as it just unraveled. The things these guys have done in such a short life is amazing. Really cool.
Yeah. And so I think another big trend that we heard this year is, and I think we've heard it outside of the podcast as well, is insurtech embracing the agency instead of trying to go around the agency. I mean, do you feel that that's true?
Good question. I think so. Yes, that is true. I think it's been forced, right? For a number of reasons. I don't know about our new insurtechs coming into the market and realizing that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. You know, I still, it's like the new ones are coming in and they're kind of repeating what everybody else has done over many years, but not kind of getting to the end and starting there, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but the people that we've had on the show, I think, realized it fairly.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, yes. So
do you think that that's like a piece that made them successful, is that they realized that they have to work with agencies?
You know, I don't know. I think what made these guys successful is made them successful is who they are. You know, I mean, it's, yeah, they're super smart, but I mean, these are different animals, if you will. I mean, these people have accomplished so many things in such a short period of time. And, you know, you think about some of their stories, not to name names because they all have amazing stories. But yeah, I mean, seeing that, you're right in seeing what others have done, but I don't even know if they studied what others have done. I think they were just smart in that way, you know, but different, you know, these are real scrappy startups we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're not talking about, you know, incubator to VC to PE and then down the alphabet and the whole 9, different in that way. So I think that, yeah, maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know.
So 21, I think we talked about that we focused, well, we did have some insurtechs on. We did focus more on kind of the founders of insurance technology. I think in 22, we've had these entrepreneurs, if you will, you know, kind of what you were when you came into the industry. Do you think that there is a piece, or do you think that there is people or a subset of people that are influencing insurance technology that we haven't done that you see us trying to bring on in 2023?
Yeah. I mean, I just want to say, like, you know, I started this podcast because of people like David Rowe and Dennis Chikazian and Doug Roller and like all those guys. Like, Hack Barth and all these guys and like that have been in this industry from the beginning, basically, right? And everything and all the stuff they've conquered and everything, and they're still super involved in this industry and kind of giving that history lesson back out there. I get so many people that reach out to me and go, dude, I love that you put this together, because I go back and I listen to those over and over and over and over again. And it helps me with my business and ideas and things that I'm coming up with and whatnot. And so that was awesome. And now it's like, hey, let's start to bring on some more insurtechs. And I think this next year, I know this next year, we're going to bring on like even some heavy hitters, some of the big brands and what they're doing with innovation. But that's like, big moving the Titanic kind of stuff, guys. It's like, it's cool. And it's like, wow, but it's giant, massive, takes long time to see real change type of stuff. What are we doing in this industry to drive serious, actual innovation that's going to change things, right? What are we doing? And that's where we want to be. That's where we want to focus. And that's where I'd love to start to interview those people, for all of you to start to understand and start to formulate new ideas, concepts, and things to kind of bring this industry forward. I mean, guys, we're still communicating via cord forms. What are we doing? Like somebody fix that, right? Like, I mean, it's a joke. Standardization is important. And I'm not saying that there isn't a place for a cord. Don't get mad at me, Bill Peroni. I'm not saying that. Okay. I get it. But I'm just saying, look, forms, come on, guys. Like, move on. But there's a lot of problems that we can fix in this industry to drive that. By solving those problems, then people can focus on building technology for the end user that actually makes them more efficient. It optimizes what they're doing. It helps them to do whatever you want as an organization, right? That's the kind of stuff. That's the stuff we should be talking about and thinking about. Let's stop copying each other and building the next gizmo and monetizing it in a different way and calling it something else, right? Let's start to think outside the box, Let's take that box and let's wrap it with something. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I think.
So I think that's our end of year homework. We're have our listeners give us feedback on what they're hearing and, anything new. We want to hear about it. I am definitely looking forward to continuing this in 23. So this will be the last episode that goes out for the year. So however everybody is celebrating the holidays, we wish you fun and a drink of choice. And that's always what you ask your guests. So we're going to have all of the various drinks that have been talked about for everybody to hear again at the end of this podcast. But Reid, is there any particular drink you're going to be having over the holidays?
I got my seasonal drink of choice. You know what my seasonal drink of choice is? This is a no-brainer. Eggnog. Who doesn't like eggnog? I don't trust people that don't like eggnog.
But what do you put in the eggnog?
Well, depends. But up here in Wisconsin, people drink it by the gallon, which is brandy. So that's what they do here. But, I like bourbon, so I go bourbon in my eggnog. But people do all kinds of shit. Rum,
Rum.
Whatever. What do you do?
Captain Morgan's in my eggnog is usually the way that I go.
Pretty soft. What's your favorite drink?
It depends on the situation. So my favorite drink, if I'm in let's say the Caribbean or by the ocean, would be a cold beer. Would be absolutely a cold beer. However, if I'm in the Northeast or in business meetings, I love a Cabernet or one of those heavy wines. Most people don't love wines. I'll drink it over here in the summer, but on the beach, I don't want wine, and I don't know why I'm wired that way. Maybe
I think that's pretty typical. Yeah. I mean, white wine on the beach and stuff like that, maybe warm weather white wine. But man, like I've spent a lot of time in Florida, and you just don't want red wine, when it's hot out. But yeah,
But I
cold
love
beer,
fruity drinks too. So with a little thing, I'm like, oh, this is great. I used to drink a lot of what's it called? The James Bond drink, but I realized I
Martinis?
can't martinis. But I realized I can only drink 2 or 3, and then I'm done.
I know.
So
I love martinis, but you can't do it, man. You can't do a bunch of them. What's your favorite drink?
Well, with my ADD and my ADHD, which I'm blessed to have, I have to have a couple. There's just not one answer.
Okay. Yep. Fair.
In the cold months, I love a good Manhattan, just a really good Manhattan. And in the summer, tequila and tonic. And then every once in a while I'll sip on a good red wine, that's my favorite drink. I actually looked at recently buying a little tavern up on Lake Erie, and then I looked at the numbers and I said, why in the hell would I want to buy a bar? I think I'm better sitting here. The only reason I was going to buy it is called Jamestown Tavern. It's got the right name, but and I talked to the owner. He showed me the numbers, and I said, "Oh boy, well, I'd rather just be a good client." So
just put a bar in your house. You know,
exactly.
Buy the drinks, right?
Exactly.
It's the same. You'll come out ahead for sure.
Exactly.
So, what's your favorite drink, Pete?
Are we keeping it to adult beverages here? Or are we talking about day to day?
Yeah, I would assume. I mean, hey, unless it's like smoothies.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, you see me during this whole interview. I've got my Poland Spring here, right? So I'm a big water junkie. I drink a crazy amount of water all throughout the day. But I know it's Friday, and I know the day is over. The week's coming to an end. When I get my first martini. So.
Oh, nice. In vodka, dirty.
I'm a vodka guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Martinis.
Last question I love to ask. What do you like to drink? What's your favorite drink?
Like
alcohol.
Okay.
Well, if you drink alcohol.
So, yeah. So the handle that I end up buying the most often is Kettle One. And typically, like I think you like these too. My favorite is a dirty martini.
I love dirty martini. Yeah.
Yeah. With olives stuffed with something. Blue cheese is probably my favorite. Yeah.
Dirty?
Yes.
Dirty up. Yeah.
Dirty. Yep. Extra. I typically will order them extra dirty too. I love olives. Super yummy. Yeah. So, and I really do like tequila too, but I've learned to stay away from that just because, fun stuff happens when you drink tequila.
So, last question. What's your favorite drink?
What's my favorite drink?
Do you drink?
I do. To go along with the theme of like growing up with a father that's like traveled internationally and spoke language. My wife is from France.
Okay.
We speak French in our household to our daughter. Like, so she's a big wino. So like I was never into wine. Now I love red wine. Wine and cheese is like my love language at this point. Like that's always around our house. But like my favorite drink is probably a Belvini, 21-year-old age and finished aged in sherry cask and finished in the port cask. That is my favorite. I'm a big Scotch guy. That is probably my favorite drink.
I think that's the most specific answer I've ever gotten on this podcast.
I bought that bottle like 4 years ago. It's only halfway through. Like it's a very special occasion where like that is my favorite drink. And so something good has happened if I have that, or something bad has happened if I have that.
Oh man. What's your favorite drink? We like to drink.
Alcoholic? Or
yeah,
I was gonna say Diet Coke, but with lemon.
Oh, you're Diet Coke. Are you like obsessed with Diet Coke kind of guy, like 4 day?
But yeah, my wife yells at me because it's so bad for you. But it's delicious with a sandwich, and I can't help myself.
So, like, how many cans of Diet Coke do you consume a day?
I try to limit it to 1 or 2, but if left alone, I'm drinking the whole case for sure.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
What's your favorite drink?
That's easy. It's a Casamigos Blanco with a spindrift.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
What do they call? Isn't there a name for that? I thought there was a name for that.
Maybe it's like a Paloma or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's like COVID. That was a go-to with my wife and I. We were allotted one, and only one. It's like one ping only. It was like, all right, we cannot go down this slippery slope. But for me, I love having a good beer, but a good clean tequila with a spindrift. Not a lot of sugar. Nice. Man, those are awesome.
Dude, we're gonna go do that right now.
Right, good.
I got that both those things here.
Nice. All right. There you go.
And what's your favorite drink? I actually know this too.
Bourbon neat.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
there it is.
Nothing in it, no ice, nothing. Last night I got a bourbon that put ice in it. It's offensive.
Yeah, I'm a neat guy too. Yeah,
but number one bourbon. So my favorite of all time is Parker's Heritage 10. So Parker's Heritage 10 neat, and that's the dream. Parker's Heritage 10 neat with a taco. You got me. On a golf course.
Bourbon and tacos?
On a golf
course, that's it. Done.
Yeah, those three things on a golf course.
That's it.
With my kid and my wife, because I have to say that too.
2022 was a crazy year. It really was. It was crazy busy because everything ramped back up. I mean, events came back online. Thank you. I mean, it was nice. And we had some big events, some really fun events too. Like people are ready to get out and mingle, it's been a lot of fun getting back to that. And work's been great. Now it seems to be a bit of a downturn in ways, but I would call it a correction, if you will. It's a bit overinflated, but I think it's good. 2023 is going to be another amazing year. And, I just wish all of you a great holiday, great season, and great year next year. I know all of us are closing out the year right now, hustling, trying to get deals in the door. Got to make those numbers. It's part of the game. You got to do it. And so it's always busy time at the end of the year for us. But spend some time with the family and friends and enjoy it. That's what life is all about. I know people say that shit all the time, but that's the real deal. People that really know me know I spend a lot of time with my friends, my family, doing a lot of fun stuff because, hey, life's short. You move on. So spread that wealth with your friends and family and enjoy the holidays. Till next year, we will talk again.